Hello, Dag, guten Tag, hello. Welcome guys to my new tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to make a grid view, a custom adapter, so it displays the adapter, a app that shows different countries with showing the titles or the country's name with appropriate image in this grid view. To do this, to achieve this, we can use a custom adapter. Basically, adapter handles the displaying of the data. So a custom adapter, we basically just going to tweak and change how it displays our data. Alright, so this is basically, let's just run through this. So firstly, we're going to set up the grid view. It's going to set up the XML, and then for the custom adapter, we need to create a custom layout, which we're just going to call custom layout. Custom adapters also take in a type. So a custom or array adapter takes a type. So array adapter can take a type of a string or integer. In our example, we're going to use a string. In my last example, in my last tutorial, which you can check out, I'll put it in a link. I show you how to use a basic built-in Android simple layout. Alright, so basically, this code, near the end, I'll show you a nice quick tip or a sneak, a little extra, where you can just change the few things, a few lines, nothing big. You don't add anything, you just change it a bit to make a whole different kind of app. So change the country thing to maybe a type of menu, guys. So let's dive in and let's start coding. Alright, to set it up, we're going to go to XML and we're going to make a grid view. For the layout width, we're going to say match parent. For the height, we're going to say match parent. We're going to give it an ID of grid view. For the column width, we're going to say 200 dp, so that's the size. We're going to say number of columns auto fit. Vertical spacing 0 dp is the same. For the horizontal spacing 0 dp. For the stretch mode, we're going to say column width, and gravity, we're going to say center. Alright, that's all for the grid view. Alright, now we're going to create a grid view object. So grid view, name it grid view. It's equal to the ID of grid view. Grid view, we want to set the adapter. So that's where the custom adapter comes into play. So we can set now the custom adapter by creating a custom adapter first. So let's go ahead and make a new class called custom adapter. The custom adapter extends the array adapter, and now we can put the type, so it's going to be a string. Alright, so now we want to create a constructor, just a basic constructor with the context and the int resources. Now for the resources, we can put that's the data, so we can put in a string, we can put integers if we change the type, we can put foods, but for this example we're going to say countries. Or we can call them items, just to be a bit more simplistic and just more general. So we can have a string array of countries or items. Alright, so our custom adapter needs a layout file. So let's first create a new layout file for our custom adapter. Just by simply going to layout and a resource file and just call it custom layout. So let's change the layout just quickly to relative layout, and the match and the layout width and the layout height to 200 dp. So in our custom layout, we can do now what we want in our custom layout. So we could have a new image view. So let's create an image view, say to 200 dp or match parent, because the match parent will just be 200 dp anyways. Give it an ID of image. For the image, we're going to say source. We're going to find it in our drawable folder. I'll show you later how to put in your own custom images, but for now I'm just going to choose South Africa. You can just choose the icon or something like that, just for placeholder. For the image or for the text view, we're going to say layout width to wrap content, and the text we're going to say South Africa. That's just a placeholder, as we'll change it later on. Now we want the text to be in the center, so we're going to say center horizontal and center vertical to true. That will place it there, but you can't see the text so well, so we're going to have a background and we're just going to have it plain white. We're going to have font family of Sapphire monospace, or we can just have monospace. I prefer monospace anyway. Now don't forget to add an ID. We're just going to say title. Alright, that's enough for XML for now. For custom layouts done, we're going to go to the custom adapter, and then for the context, after the context we're going to pass our new layout, and then for the third parameter we're going to say items as our data. We're going to implement the function or override the function getView, remove the return statement as we're going to make our own view. We're going to prepare the rendering by creating a layout inflator called inflator. It's equal to layoutinflator.from, and then just get the context. Now we're going to create a custom view is call it custom view is equal to inflator.inflate our resource layout, so r.layout our custom layout. Second parameter we're going to say parent, third parameter we're going to say fault. Create a string called item to get the string of the item in the current position. Now let's get that text view. So we want that text view in our layout, so we're going to say text view text is equal to text view. We're going to find it by custom view.find view by id r.id.title. Again referring to the text view in our custom layout file. Now we want to set the text view's text to the item string we just created. So we're going to get the image view object. Again, guys, we can use whatever we want. We can have spinners in our custom layout. We're just going to find it. Did not name it image view. If I'm correct, I saved it as the ID of image. Yeah. Okay, so let's just change that to image. We want to set the resources now. So we can set the image resource to a drawable. So Africa again, I'll show you guys how to show the drawables or import the new images later. And then we just want to return the custom view. Alright, since the custom adapter is finished, we want to set the grid in our main activity. Back now in our main activity, we want to set the grid view adapter. But first, let's create a custom adapter object called custom adapter. We're going to pass in the application context, and now it wants the data array or the string array to be more exact. So we're going to create a string array, and we're going to call it countries, and then we're just going to list a bunch of countries there. Yes, Amsterdam is not a country, it's a city, so let's just change that to Netherlands then. Alright, since our countries is finished, we can pass it back to our custom adapter. We're going to say gridview.setAdapter custom adapter. Guys, that's it. Let's run the program and see how it's looking. Great, it's running as well. There's a grid view with images, and the titles are appropriate to our data we inputted it. Okay, let's really take advantage of this custom adapter a bit more. So we want to change the background image depending on the data. So we can create an if statement or a switch statement, checking the string item, which we got by the get item at the position. And for the case, we can have whatever. So South Africa, we want to show the correct image for South Africa. Or this could be any item, could menu, whatever. And we're going to end the case by having a break, semicolon. Now, I'm going to quickly show you how to import multiple drawables. So go to drawable, reveal in Finder or in Explorer, and then in this folder you can drop in all the images you want. So let's carry on with the switch statement. So just do the same for all the cases. If we're checking at our data, there's South Africa, Netherlands, Germany, Italy, and England. So then looping through the items, we can change what we want to do with it depending on the item it is. Now for default, we're going to just put it South Africa. So default is for whatever the case is not met at all. So say now one of the items said blah blah blah, I wouldn't know what to do. And in that case, we'll just put the image to South Africa, set the image to South Africa. So now let's make it a bit more fun. So when we type on an item in our grid view, we want to show text. To do that, we're going to say gridview.set on item click listener new on item click listener. This function will allow us to call new events or call new methods whenever the item's clicked. But for now, we're just going to make a text to display the item string in the message of the toast. So we're going to plus items at the position of the, okay, well, item, again, this is very general, it can be very applicable to anything, it doesn't mean countries, but in our case, it's countries. Then pass in the position to get the relevant and appropriate text message when tapping on an item. Okay, let's run this and see what happens. Seems like I got an error, left out the colon at Germany in my switch case. But anyway, we run the program, guys, and there we go. We can see our different countries with different images again, and if we tap on it, it will show the appropriate message displaying the different items. To start off, we're gonna change the in data, change the data to something more appropriate like settings, profile, my feed and stuff. Then we're gonna download some new icons from a really great website called Flat Icon. Once we've done that, we're gonna place it all in our drawable folder. Just note the naming scheme of the images. And then we're just gonna change the variables names to something more appropriate like menu. And then in our switch case system, all the conditions to something more appropriate. Now you see I got an error for my naming scheme as I had a dash instead of an underscore in my pictures. Make sure they all have underscores, otherwise it will throw you that error. Anyway folks, if we run this, now we can see once the emulator test starts working that the code looks a bit different. Now with a few adjustments, obviously you can make this look like a great menu. We just change the spacing to 200p, 20 dp, 20 dp, and the vertical and horizontal spacing. Then it can give you this type of look. Again, the custom adapter just shows you how flexible and easy it is to use and change depending on your application. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Until then, I'll see you guys next time.